women start having each other and all the men start having each other. We got enough dissension right now where you got single moms raising children by themselves. I don't care what nobody say. A woman can get enough information inside of her where she could be a good mother and raise a child by herself. Yeah, she could, but the universe didn't plan for that to happen. If it was a circumstance where that was happening through the natural occurrences of life, then that woman left with that child will have other people in the village to help her. But when you got a nation of single moms and the fathers are all locked up in prison, you're not going to just overlook that and think that, well, she can manage. No, because the problem is not her being a single mom. The problem is a society that keeps locking all these men up so they can create decadence. Because see, that single mom is the mother and she's just there to bring up that child so it could be the next inmate in these prisons they keep building around the planet. And black people is dying out. So that means that you white people are the next freaking celebrities, as well as you Mexicans already have always been, but you seem to overlook that because you want to be good Catholics, like dumbass black people want to be good Christians. So that's why y'all can't see the crimes that's being committed to you, because you want to feel like you are a part of a society that's governed and controlled by a divine presence, because that's what they blow up your ass, especially when you're in prison. But it's not true, and you all know that. See, there's abuse of spouse from both gender sides, and the reason for that is because of the subline suggestions that I tell everybody is we getting constantly, especially our kids now, while they're tweeting all the damn time, look like they got the palsies and shit. And you can't talk to them and say shit to them unless you text them. And right away. Whether they just don't talk to you at all. So who cares? Just don't have children. That's what I would say. I'll say to everybody out there, the only thing that's going to happen when you have a child is this world is going to make them grow up to be some fucking idiots, and you're going to regret ever bring them into the world. Because I'm going to tell you why. You're going to have a relationship where you don't even talk to them. But you got to sit around all the time wondering how they doing and praying to God that something don't happen to them. But for some reason, you're Mr. Fuck him. Okay? See, this is the stupid shit. And I'm telling you, it ain't got nothing to do with what you do or what you don't do. It has a lot to do with a government that has set up circumstances where your family is going to be destroyed. Because they know the only way they can be destroyed is that there's unity amongst the masses. And that's what they don't want. Because what they want is for the masses to all lay around dead as hell so they could bulldoze your ass into the ground. Because they get a rush. They get a thrill out of that shit. So know this. This government is gangsters. They work with all the governments of Europe to extract money from the prisons that's inside of this corporation that you all call the United States of America. It's the United Snakes of America. They came over here from Europe with the intention of deliberately murdering all the people over here and stealing this land. They want to blow some shit up your ass in your school books as if they accidentally ended up with the land because it was God's will. Okay? God didn't have nothing to do with their heathenism. What God had a lot to do with was our asses being victimized by them because we didn't go inside self and find ourselves gods. We had got attached to their gods. And they used us accepting their gods as a way to murder our asses. And you're still out there doing the same thing. And that's why you're still being murdered. And since the implementation of their white God, and since the attachment of the white God to your psychic, when you subscribe to that shit and stay attached to it, you are sucking life from the umbilical cord of dead people. Ain't no life in it. So through osmosis, you end up giving them your life when you think that praying to them is giving you sustainment. And it's actually giving your sustainment to someone who secretly knows that they're extracting life from your dumb ass. That's why there's so much alcohol, tobacco, everything that they can throw at you to make your ass be a degenerate. But then when they find it in your pocket, they want to lock your ass up in prison. But we could go to Watson Laboratories right now and find trailer loads of heroin and everything coming into that damn thing. Because that's what they use to make their drugs that you get addicted to. And they sell you everything from Prozac to crack. You better believe it. So the reason why I'm telling you that is because there's too many people reading the Bible. Especially us melanated people. The melanated people that is being oppressed and you think you living good because you out here driving them SUVs to work every day where we put up with the wicked violence, the stupidity, the news always telling us bad, 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 everybody eating bad food, everybody distrusting one another because there's so much poverty everywhere. And then they turning the shit up so to be more poverty. Have the nerves to keep coming at you with bullshit when you know that it's raining and everything is growing. So why ain't we all eating? I'll tell you why, because somebody is hoarding everything for themselves. The people that you gave trust to, really you didn't. You think that you did, but they took it. They took control of everything. I told you they method too. So they murdered everybody and started a whole new system of people that they had brainwashed from young. And as you grew up from a small child, you accepted the image of God as being this man. And that's what fucked you up, because you don't see the quality of God in the female. And that's what's causing this stagnation of reciprocity. And they know that. They knew to do that because they read the books that told them how important it was not to ever remove the woman from the center of reciprocity because she owns the true proper right to sit there. And the fact that that was something that was told not to do, see, you know, a lot of jobs when you go get trained by some people, you can tell whether or not they really want you to work there if they're training you. If you can tell right away if you intimidate them. Want me to tell you why? Because they'll try to teach you what to do, but they won't try to teach you why you're doing it. So that lets you know right there, they just want me to be a labor source, but they don't want me to be a brain. If you work on a job like that, I guarantee you the best thing you should do is stack as much money as you can and get out of there. Because for a supervisor to get away with that is because somebody that's management over that supervisor told them to do that. Every job you're going to work on, if you're smart, you're going to see that happen. And you'll always work on a job where one person wanted you to work there and the other people didn't. And the person who wanted you to work there was the responsible, smart person that knew you could do the job. But all the other people that's there that he's tired of but can't get rid of their ass right away because he needs somebody to do the job, they all know that you there to replace their ass, and they'll try to stagnate your efforts. Message. Okay, so mostly it's the people that wasn't supposed to be there anyway. They gets upset when the people who are supposed to be there shows up. So that's why there's so much stagnation in the melanated people on this planet, because this planet is properly ours. And you know that you guys have mismanaged everything, including us. Or we'd all be living good. Instead, we're all ready to cut each other's throat and fight over the measly crumbs that the people that you all helped put in power is willing to throw at us and watch us all fight for. So America is the Roman Coliseum. And Barack Obama and Hillary and Bill gonna sit their ass back and stack all the dough, send the Pope his cut, send the cut over to London, you know, and blow a bunch of shit up our ass. Yeah, now it's time to go to war with Korea that I predicted was gonna happen a whole, 15 months ago. I told you, watch and see. We're gonna be at war with Korea. The reason why I know this shit is because you need to watch what they saying out through the news. If you watch the news, they tell you shit that's getting ready to happen in 3 years. They start telling you right now. And that's how they talk and communicate with each other. But we so stupid, we don't pay attention to that. Because okay, here's the deal. Yo, what up? Nothing. What you... Okay, cool. 6:30? All right, I'll be there. All right, peace. Now let's see how long it take when you text that shit that I just said. And then people even driving doing that. Look, smearing with their chin and shit. like, how can people be that controlled? How can you be that damn stupid? You waste so much time doing something that you should just, okay, peace, and get it done. But you're controlled. And these controlling devices that they're giving you right now is magic control, which gonna make you be nothing but people that go to war. Now see, let me show you how they flipping it on you. They're taking all the jobs away, closing all the plants and everything, just like they did they started this shit around 1934 in Nazi Germany. 17 years after they went to World War I shit. It's all just an elaborate plan. These people keep transferring the wealth according to who dies, who's been born, all this secret inside chaos and sabotage and double crossing, just like they tell you in the Bible. He had to kill him so his son went in and told her, go give him some pussy and we'll kill him. All that about Sheba sending her to the front line because I want her and I'm the king, David, and I'm Solomon, so we don't care if we do something wrong because we're infallible. Same shit. So they could bulldoze bodies all in the ground, all over Europe. Then they make documents of the white bodies and show you the white bodies, but they didn't show you all the Mexicans that they killed. Okay? There was a lot of them. They didn't show you those, see? Because those were filmed just for the pleasures of the people to hide. And even the white people from America who found that stuff, they weren't going to let you see that. They don't want you to see that they would set up genocide where they kill all brown-skinned people. They're too afraid that you'd organize and fuck them up while they're sleeping before they get a chance to do that to you. And plus, they want you to follow Jesus. So they don't want you to see that following Jesus could make you end up like that. That's what it is. But it can. Trust me. So my point is, your religious leader or trailer or whatever that you find yourself attached to should have some substance. And it shouldn't be laddered, scattered, splattered, staggered with the history of violence that might suggest that it's only retaining itself through the use of force and deprivation, all the things that I described to you. Alright? So now let me show you why I read this after I said all that. But first, remember this. All the stuff they did in 1941 Nazi Germany to set up a circumstance where everybody were at immediately availability to be exterminated, they already put into effect in America. I'm going to show you proof of that. Watch, I'm going to show you the proof. Okay, so this is where we at right now. This is, I'm going to read you a couple of proverbs. It says, learn to see clearly. Learn to wish for what is just. Learn to dare what your conscience dictates. Learn to keep your intentions a secret. And if despite all your efforts today bring no more than yesterday, do not lose courage, but continue steadfastly, keeping your goal before you with determination. Onward, the seven companions of the soul. The planetary spirits guard the secret key, which locks the past and opens the future. Let your efforts be aimed at the crown of the master. That means you let your goal be to direct straight intelligence right here to your crown. And that means you will be crowned master. Master of knowledge. That's the only thing you should be questioning while you're here on this earth. Knowledge. Do not get sidetracked and get involved with anything other. If your ass see a fine lady that you want, you better be wanting her because you want to have the experiences that your ass is going to have when you start getting involved with that fine ass woman. Because let me tell you something. The best knowledge your ass ever going to get on this earth is the knowledge